Hello everyone, this is Verde and here I am with one more roll of hacks video. I've been working on implementing unlocks, but yesterday I got a little bit carried away with marketing stuff and to have the game to try to have these videos have at least 20 views, which is I think that is actually harder than I thought, but I got working some achievement page here where you will be able to see the achievements. These achievements here are just placeholders because I wanted to see how many of them like could fit in every page and tailor the page a little bit, make it sure that it is on the it is working as I wanted to, and everything has to be hexagonal because it is the name of the game. So I didn't mess with this at all. But oh, yeah, I do think I messed a little bit with my OBS over there, but I do think it is fixed. So let's start a match. The whole backend for the achievements is already done, the triggers and stuff, but I don't have content yet there. So there's that. I've been also working on I've been working on planning. For instance, I will need sooner rather than later proper a proper game trailer for the eventual Steam page and probably a site as well. I use mostly an action call, which is join on the Discord, but that is a weak one. Mostly because joining a Discord is a thing that it seems too personal, basically, which I don't want to. I want an easier call to action, like subscribe on the YouTube channel, which is already there, or something to an easier call to action. Perhaps whitelist on Steam, but the easier one that I could think of would be to visit our site or website. But we do not have such a thing yet. And I would like to have a website with a game trailer and a proper one, not just gameplay with some music background like the channel trailer is currently. I would like some proper trailer with music and stuff. But then I got into the problem that I am a total ignorant when it comes to music. I do not know anything about music at all. So I am currently trying to find someone I could commission music to. Perhaps even my wife could help me, but I was looking for someone experienced portfolio and stuff. But still, if any one of the viewers has some contacts, that would be nice for you. Also for the music producer, I'm not looking for any free work here. I am actually willing to pay for that. So there is something for the music, for not only for the trailer, for the game. Can you hear it? No? Yeah, there is nothing on the game in terms of music. And there isn't that nice. I'm sure some of you have heard about Risk of Rain and then their incredible music. I mean, that is a part of the game. I want some music. It doesn't have to be as incredible, but I want some music. Yeah, one thing I want to do before, hopefully, before before tomorrow's video is to streamline attack speed a little bit. I want it so that I want it so that the turrets are treated continuously instead of just every tick. So first, the turrets will be able to fire more than once per tick, which is something I want them to be able to. And secondly, they will work better with a lot of attack speed because the shots will not seem like they are. Like, if you have enough attack speed and enough projectile speed, you will see projectiles here, and projectiles there. Like, you will see them only at certain points of the trajectory, you know? They will not be moving. That is because they are always created at the first frame of the first moment of the tick. You know, they cannot be created in the middle of the tick. If you understand why I'm saying, I do not understand why I'm saying, but the thing is, they are created in discrete intervals of time, which is something unavoidable because the game runs in discrete intervals of time. But however, you know what we could do in order to do that? It is simple. We accelerate the projectile just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, we actually simulate the first half a tick of the projectile, or 3/3 of the tick, or how many ticks it would have to. Like, we put them a little bit further than they already are. Get it? So they will be more continuous. And if you have enough attack speed, they would seem like a continuous stream of projectiles instead of a projectile every tick, you know? It will look fantastic and will probably not cost basically anything. At least I think. It will cost something, but like currently we got an issue with too much projectile speed. You can see that projectile speed is being too much. Even here. Yeah, it is realistic, but at the same time, we really need realism. We are facing balls of leaves here. We are building cannons to fight off balls of leaves. We will really go with realism over game design? Like, really? I haven't. Yeah, I do think if you can actually see the projectile, and at the late game, that is interesting. If you can see the projectiles at the late game, because you can see your turrets being a hose of projectiles, and they are making your enemy wet with their explosions. And okay, that wasn't the best analogy, but yeah, if you have enough attack speed and not enough projectile speed, you will see that your projectiles look like a kind of a fluid. It is interesting, you know. because of the forgot the name of it, because of the projectile variance. You know, there are some projectiles that shoot a little bit more to the left, to the right, to the inaccuracy of the. And if you have enough of this, which reduces your accuracy, and enough attack speed, it is fantastic. Having a little holes of damage and death and gunpowder, I do think. Oh no, I am starting to lose the video game. I am seeing here that I have too much money, but I have to do something about that amount of money that I do have. I do think exploration money may be a little bit higher than it should, perhaps. Because, yeah, there's that. King of the Hill. Now my projectile speed will start going nuts. Oh, it wasn't this that I was. See? Can you see the projectiles? No. First because we are in the swamp, and the color of the projectile was much like the color of the swamp, which is not a thing that I like. A thing that I like. I was thinking about implementing some motion blur on the projectile. That would be a thing. I am a bit a fan of looking at the projectile. Currently, the way they are just small circles. They are actually quite fast. They do not lag the game at all. So you can have an endless amount of them. And I do think with these small changes that I'm talking to you here, they will be good enough. So we will not need some motion blur, I hope. I do think I will apply the old I will apply some things to the projectiles before going to the motion blur, because that is graphically intensive. I will put that as a config, perhaps. Perhaps having multiple pages for the config will be something I will have to do or eventually. I didn't want to because I am not a big fan of those large config files with several things you don't know what they do. You know, I do think they are pretty boring, but like I cannot name a game with that problem. But I do know if you, for instance, if you are playing Minecraft and you install too many mods, for instance, you can have that problem that where you have too much configs and you don't know what any of them do, or most of them do, and you have to search online for that. You know, while that is interesting by the optimization idea that you can change the graphics and keep what you think it is most important to you. Why I do not think that this is a base game kind of thing, you know. Perhaps adding a config file for advanced config files. I am going Metaconfig, and actually that might be a good solution. Have an advanced configurations part, and I one strange thing that I just realized that it is a problem is that these rocks, they only create their particles when when they are rendered, actually. So if the game is lagging and they are taking a little bit too long to start rendering, they will not show particles for a really long time, and then suddenly they will show a lot of them, just like it happens over there. It happened over there. It is interesting that this can happen. Okay, we are 40 minutes in. It seems like forever for me, just because this is the fifth attempt I got in here in order to upload, because, well, first off, the first one, it was a perfect run with there was a perfect 25-minute run where I did go super aggressive. I tested a lot of stuff, and then I realized that I did not have my microphone on. I even thought about voicing over that gameplay because it was really good, but what can you do? I prefer real time these guys. I do not like these guys like as a developer now, because they do lag the game more than the average creature. And as a player, because they murder my stuff. I will have to look into those. Actually, I got an idea for a different approach for their AI, every creature's AI actually, which is creating a flood fill technique. Instead of just checking every building, I start flood filling where they start, and I interrupt it. Is not a recursive flood fill, a flood fill based on distance. So I start at the nearest one and I go, and as soon as I find a building, I stop there. You know, there is a nice technique that would help me find a building regardless of how many buildings are there. Get it? They would always be able to find something to attack, and it would return the same values, the nearest building. Get it? But it would be slower if there were less buildings than. Actually, I could use an hybrid, couldn't I? Like if you have more than n buildings, which n is the number between n actually is is a number based on your turret range. Why? Because there is your turret range squared. If you have less than that, so you will just look at every building and tell me which is the nearest one. If you have more than that, you use that flood fill method to get the nearest one. Yeah, that I do think that is perfect. And I am also with too much money. I will not use that all, I do think. But I will try to. No, I did like those buildings. Then you, video game. How dare you take those precious buildings from me? No! I just built something and it was destroyed. The same second I built it. Uh, okay. More damage. That will save me. Yes. Yeah. Totally. I did not get any active skills. What's that? I do think that was a purpose, actually. I am actually thinking a little bit if I should start with 3 slots. With 3 active skill slots. I do think that is overkill. Because that makes me lazy. Me as a person. To having 3 skills you have to manage. But having an upgrade on skill number, that would be fantastic. Like tier 3 upgrades that increases how many skills can you have, active skills. Yeah, I do not think I am alone on this world. That was a 20-minute run. Oh. Oh. There's that. They are coming towards me. Yeah, more attack speed will do just fine. Want they? Want it? Oh, it won't save me. What a strange surprise. So I do think that was it. So, this is still a mess, but that will be changed soon enough. I want to include some new statistics, actually, like how far have you explored, distance explored, or tiles explored. That would be nice. Or furthest tile from center. But, well, that was that. That match is done. Okay, the game always takes a little bit to free all the memory, but that's could be because my OS is struggling because I do not have enough RAM on my computer. Actually, I do have. Never mind. It just takes a while, I guess. Because most of the time I'm recording this, I also have like 120 pages of documentation opened in Chrome, so there's that. But no, my RAM was actually fine today. The game just takes its time in order to free all that. But well, I actually lost a real big opportunity there of checking how much memory it had before proceeding and after proceeding, because after proceeding the game is only taking 300 megabytes of RAM in order to play in the background here. Oh, you cannot see its range anymore. Interesting. So that was it, people. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and tomorrow I'll be back, hopefully, with more features than today I had to show you this menu. So that was it. See you guys tomorrow.